coming to you from our studios on Carib Avenue. This is QTV Nightly News, and I am Andy Kema. Thanks for watching. Here are the headlines. As the Gambia joins the global Muslim Ummah to observe the feast of Eid al-Fitr, commonly called Korite, on Wednesday, among other messages, President Barrow called on Gambians to support the successful hosting of the 15th OIC Summit next month in Banjul. At a meeting with religious leaders at the State House shortly after attending Eid prayers at the King Fahad Mosque in Banjul, President Barrow urged Gambians to be law-abiding and to serve the country with honesty. Also at the Taqua Mosque, where hundreds of Muslims gathered to observe Eid prayers, Q Group Chairman Mohammed Jah, along with prominent senior citizens on Wednesday, called on Gambians to promote peace and support the poor. The community of Faji Kunda also joined the rest of the country to observe Eid al-Fitr prayer at the Central Mosque in Faji Kunda. Also at the Korite prayers, the Imam of Bigo, Ibrahim Ajao, called on Muslims to renew their faith in Allah so that they can be rewarded in this world and the hereafter. Those were the headlines, and now look at the stories in detail. Today, Wednesday, Muslims in the Gambia joined the global Muslim Ummah to observe the feast of Eid al-Fitr, commonly called Korite, which marks the end of Ramadan. Speaking to reporters at his Eid prayer at the King Fahad Mosque in Banjul, President Barrow called on Gambians to support the successful hosting of the 15th OIC Summit next month in Banjul. Ali Usise was there, and he now reports.
Muslims converged at the King Fahad Mosque, among them the Gambian President Adama Barrow, who was joined by some members of his government, including Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow, Deputy Speaker Sidi S.K. Njai, Cabinet Ministers, security chiefs, and religious leaders. Venerable Imam Cherno Ali Maska led a two-raka congregational prayer before delivering a sermon on the importance of the day and the need for people to keep up the goodness manifested during Ramadan. He prayed for the country's continued peace and stability. Speaking to the press, President Barrow, on behalf of the First Family and the government, wished the Muslim Ummah a blessed Eid and renewed his call for unity and forgiveness for the progress of the country. He also used the occasion to advocate for a united country as the Gambia prepares to host the OIC Summit, the second largest gathering of world leaders after the UN General Assembly on the 4th and 5th of May 2024.
OIC is a big occasion. It's the biggest gathering as far as the Muslim Ummah is concerned. So if they are hosting it in the Gambia, it's an honor and it's a privilege for the Gambian people, because we are one of the smallest countries in the Ummah. But if they trust Gambia and host this big occasion here, I think Gambians should welcome that and Gambians should support it. We should all come out in our numbers to make sure that we organize a very successful OIC so that it will be a legacy for the Gambian people. But on that note, I will thank the Gambian people for all the support and maintaining peace and stability in this country.
For many who spoke to QTV, including Dr. Umar Aliou Toure, the Gambia-born ECOWAS Commission President, Sidi S.K. Njai, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Information Minister Dr. Ismaila Cissé, and Mamadou Sabali, Special Advisor to the President, Ramadan is a month of gratitude, reflection, and perseverance. They also prayed for the continued lasting peace in the country and sub-region.
Ramadan is a month of peace. Ramadan is a month of blessings, and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our region with peace and prosperity, peace and security, and we do look forward to talking to other members of the community, and hopefully we will find peace in the sub-region.
Those who are in the hospitals, in their sickbed, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us peace of mind, happiness, and prosperity. And we wish His Excellency President Adama Barrow, the entire government, and the people of the Gambia, Eid Mubarak.
What's your message to the young people?
To maintain peace, peaceful coexistence, and to stay out of trouble. To stay out of trouble, especially drugs, this dangerous back way, to know that there are possibilities here. We don't have everything that we can do for them, but together we can solve every problem. And with the leadership of His Excellency President Adama Barrow, there is no limit to what we can achieve, because he has an open door policy. He is tolerant. He is a good listener, and he is practically and proactively empowering young people.
I feel happy and I extend my greetings and I say Eid Mubarak to each and every Gambian, both in the Gambia and the diaspora. Eid Mubarak to the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow and his family, and every Gambian and all cabinet ministers, and to you as well.
Muslims celebrate this joyous occasion with friends, family, and loved ones. Fasting in the month of Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Muslims make up over 90% of the Gambia's population. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
At a meeting with religious leaders on Wednesday at the State House in Banjul, shortly after attending the congregation prayers at the King Fahad Mosque in Banjul, President Barrow urged Gambians to be law-abiding and to serve the country with honesty. Aliou Cisse again.
This dialogue meeting between the President and religious leaders is a traditional engagement dating back to colonial days. Muslim leaders, led by the Committee of Banjul Muslim Elders, visit the State House every Eid al-Fitr, known as Korite, for a meeting with the President to pray for the nation and dialogue on issues of national interest, such as security, power supply, politics, and high cost of living. On this occasion, President Barrow reminded government workers to remember that they are employed to work for the Gambia, not for the President. He said the country will develop faster than expected if everyone performs his or her duty with honesty, bearing in mind national interest. President Barrow advised all to respect the laws of the country. He gave a reassurance that the Operation Clear the Road exercise is not a witch hunt or intended at making life hard for people, as perceived by some people, but to promote safety on the road. He vowed that the exercise will only affect illegal structures. In preparation for the May OIC Summit, President Barrow appealed to Gambians to keep the country clean at all times to promote a healthy nation. On energy, he says several energy projects are currently being implemented across the country to ensure universal access to electricity. He also encouraged people to pay tax on time for national development. On the high cost of living, he explained that the government is concerned, but is equally doing everything possible to address the concerns, which is not limited just to the Gambia. Alhaji Dudu Mamartal, chairperson of the Banjul Muslim Elders, asked all to be advocates of peace, stability, and development. He urged Gambians to embrace each other and make the visiting delegates of the OIC Summit have a memorable stay. Alhaji Sheikh Essa Dabo, president of the Supreme Islamic Council, called on all to join the president to accord imams the respect and support they deserve. President Dabo singled out President Barrow and the Q Group Company for the humanitarian gesture through the supply of rice, sugar, and dates to needy Muslims across the country.
Ala television ota ka janjam pour mol beaje wol ka min kemin kamma pour ngaya ka nyola barakendol.
He also congratulated QCell on the successful staging of the Quranic recitation and Azan competition. Hamad Nkeba, Minister of Lands, Local Government and Religious Affairs, urged religious leaders to preach the public about unity, peace, and the goods of being a good Muslim. He urged people to support one another and to create begging centers to reduce street begging. Several speakers expressed appreciation to the government for the ongoing efforts to improve the lives and livelihoods of Gambians through various initiatives and encouraged the government to do more in improving security, reducing high cost of living, to enforce traffic laws, and to look into the increasing rate of street begging. President Barrow also received an award from the Sirif community in the Gambia in recognition of his contribution to the promotion and development of Islam. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
Q Group Chairman Mohamed Jah, along with prominent senior citizens on Wednesday, called on Gambians to promote peace and support the poor. They were speaking to QTV at Taqua Mosque, where hundreds of Muslims gathered to observe Eid prayers. Ansumane Sunyasi was there, and he now reports.
Observed at the end of Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr is one of the most important dates on the Islamic calendar, as it provides an opportunity for seeking forgiveness and celebrating Allah's blessings. As Muslims all over the world commemorate the day, Q Group Chairman Mohamed Jah joined hundreds of worshippers at Taqua Mosque to observe this important occasion. In his Eid message, he joined religious leaders and senior citizens in congratulating Muslims in the Gambia, particularly Q Group staff and customers, and urged them to safeguard the country's peace at all times, and thanks them for their continuous patronage. I want to use this occasion to urge young people to be disciplined, patriotic and supportive, especially to their families. They are the future leaders, and so it is important that they understand how important they are to the future of this country. Let us support each other, especially the less privileged. I wish to also thank all religious leaders for their guidance and contribution to peace and development in the country. Speaking earlier, Idrissa Mas Job, President of the GCCI, and Honorable Sirif Gomez, former Minister of Youth and Sports, also emphasized the need to maintain peace and order in the country. They also called on young people to seek knowledge and remain law-abiding to be able to contribute meaningfully to national development. We thank Allah for witnessing another Eid. Ramadan was a great moment that taught us the importance of patience, tolerance and forgiveness. I pray that Allah accepts our prayers. However, my message is for the young people. Love your country, be law-abiding, be disciplined. That way you can become responsible leaders in future. We thank Allah for this occasion. I want to use this opportunity to encourage youths to seek knowledge, acquire skills and be very productive in society. Meanwhile, I wish to also seek everyone's forgiveness, especially those I may have wronged unknowingly. Meanwhile, Alhaji Usman Jah, Imam of Taqua Mosque, also called on Gambians to promote peace and support one another. He also used the occasion to call for peace around the world, especially in war-torn regions. Ansmane Sonyasi for KTV News.
We'll now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more current news stories. Do stay tuned.
Gambia is proud to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th May 2024, the second largest gathering of world leaders, kings, presidents, rulers, prime ministers, along with delegates from 57 member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation will gather in our beloved nation for this historic event. The theme of the summit is enhancing unity and solidarity through dialogue for sustainable development. It's a platform to foster cooperation, promote peace and drive sustainable development across the Ummah and the world at large. We call on all Gambians to unite and support the government as it strives to host a memorable and successful event. Let's showcase our hospitality, culture and the beauty of the Gambia to the world. Join us in making history. Let's stand together, united as one, to ensure the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia is an event to remember. Together, we can make a difference.
The art of juggling is a true spectacle of agility, coordination, and speed. A symbol of progression, precision, and mastery. "5G speed is like having the juggler in your pocket. With lightning-fast download and upload speeds, you'll easily be able to juggle even the busiest workdays. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur, a creative, or just someone who wants to stay connected. Juggle your tasks with ease with QCell 5G speed. The future is here. It's fast, reliable, and efficient. First brought to you by QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. This is QTV's Nightly News. Now, the community of Faji Kunda also joined the rest of the country to observe Eid al-Fitr prayer at the Central Mosque. Momodu Gajaga attended, and he now reports.
The Imam of Faji Kunda Central Mosque, Alhaji Ibrahim Ajete, has advised the Muslim Ummah to continue to be steadfast in their deeds, even as the holy month of Ramadan ends, saying it's a huge blessing to fast the entire month. Let's continue doing more efforts with our worship. We observed Ramadan with others last year, and today they are no longer with us because it's their time to die. Those of us who are alive should do our best to do more good deeds and live in unity. Bakemo Fati, an Islamic scholar, also emphasized Muslims should continue their good deeds at all times, saying as Muslims, the deen is their faith. The deen is our source of peace. and it is what will give us salvation in the hereafter. I pray that Allah makes it easy for us. Yaya Menteng Sanyang, the National Assembly member for Latrikunda Sabiji, urged the community to extend a helping hand to their family members who are among the have-nots. Muslims, let us have empathy for each other. People in our communities, especially those who are family members, should help each other. If you are living in an extended family with your children, and your brothers too has children, try to help them if you have the means. Baba Jabi, councillor for Faji Kunda Ward, and Malan Sonko, a representative of the Alcalo, advised the community to pay their taxes as their tax monies, which are used for development projects. The reasons why government function is tax money. It's those funds which are used for development projects. If taxes aren't paid, it will be difficult to do those projects. I advise you to pay your taxes. I am urging everyone to pay their taxes so that we can have development projects. As worshippers depart, they exchange warm greetings with one another as they went off to spend the rest of the feast with friends and loved ones. Mamadou Gajaga, QTV News.
The Imam of Bigo, Ibrahim Ajao, called on Muslims to renew their faith in Allah so that they can be rewarded in this world and the hereafter. Amadou Tamba spoke to him and some worshippers at the Bigo Mosque after Corridor prayers, and this is his excerpt.
The month of Ramadan is a month that we believe Allah wipes away sins. Sin is the sickness of a Muslim, and the only cure is the forgiveness from Allah. So if you washed your clothes clean, you need not to dirty your clothes again. Let's try to continue the way we were behaving during Ramadan. If we do that, we will see the importance of fasting.
It's fine today because we are all over here enjoying, putting on our best clothes and so forth, and enjoying. Also, we're praying for each other and also giving our zakat, you see, for the needy ones. We are supporting the needy and also our young ones.
We thank Allah that we fast for a whole month with our families and cooked for them. Our sons' wives also helped cook for us at home. That's a big thanks to Allah, and I pray that others also get the same help during Ramadan. Bigo is a united community. All other mosques have been closed so that all of us can meet and pray here together. That's a sign of unity, and all Muslims should do the same. When we unite, we will be strong. If we don't unite, we will lack strength.
It took us a few years to build Lolu.
It took us a few years to build this mosque. There was a mosque here that was built by Al-Haji Badufai. It happened when we realized we needed more space as the number of people wanting to pray increased. So we decided that it was time to expand the mosque. So many people contributed. There was even a woman who used to sell at the market. She contributed every week. Also, those in the diaspora, as well as your CEO, Mohammed Jah, was also so helpful, as well as the Qatari embassy. We thank everyone who played a part.
And as part of his sermon at this year's Corridor prayers, the Imam of Brufut, Al-Haji Ismail Ajata, called on parents to teach their children the values and principles of Islam to promote peace and tolerance in our society. Here is an excerpt by Lamin Dabo.
The message I have for the younger generations is let them not forget about their religion and let them handle it with seriousness, because in this life, if you live long, you will reach to a certain position unexpectedly. So let every one of them be prepared for that. Let them not leave this religion behind, and the best way for them to do so is to read and learn about their religion, which can be done by using translation scripts. But they should also try and learn the alphabets and read by using transliteration, which is very important. I am calling on the younger generations to try and always get closer to those who can tell them important things about their religion, so that they can be able to research on their own anytime they are in doubt about certain things about their religion. What I would like to emphasize to the young people is that the strength of this religion is learning and reading about it, which, if missed out, will cause it to fall, and that will make it very difficult for one to practice it correctly. It is compulsory for you to know your religion, but if we don't know it, then we cannot practice it correctly. The truth is, whether you practice your religion correctly or not, when you leave this world, as a Muslim, you will be questioned about your religion.
Before we end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. As the Gambia joined the global Muslim Ummah to observe the feast of Eid al-Fitr, commonly known as Korite, on Wednesday, among other messages, President Barrow called on Gambians to support the successful hosting of the 15th OIC Summit next month in Banjul. At a meeting with religious leaders at the State House shortly after attending Eid prayers at the King Fahad Mosque in Banjul, President Barrow urged Gambians to be law-abiding and to serve the country with honesty. Also at the Taqua Mosque, where hundreds of Muslims gathered to observe Eid prayers, Q Group Chairman Mohammed Jah, along with prominent senior citizens on Wednesday, called on Gambians to promote peace and support the poor. The community of Faji Kunda also joined the rest of the country to observe Eid al-Fitr prayer at the Central Mosque in Faji Kunda. Also at the Korite prayers, the Imam of Bigo, Ibrahim Ajao, called on Muslims to renew their faith in Allah so that we can be rewarded in this world and the hereafter. Well, that's all we have for you in this bulletin. Join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. for another bulletin. Happy Eid al-Fitr and thanks for watching.